Have you ever found yourself putting up with things that just don't feel right? Today, we're uncovering the 10 behaviors a person with self-respect will never accept. Let's take charge and stand up for ourselves together. Disrespectful treatment. Disrespectful behavior implies a wide spectrum of actions that diminish an individual's worth, dignity, and rights. It can appear in all areas of life, including personal relationships, the workplace, and social encounters. When I say disrespecting behaviors, you may be thinking of some harsh or extreme treatments. Well, these are also not tolerable, but there are some other, more subtle behaviors that self-respecting people will not tolerate. Self-respect entails respecting one's own views and opinions. So, a self-respecting individual would not put up with being regularly ignored or having their thoughts discarded without thought. It's critical to be in a setting where your voice is heard and valued. Moreover, interrupting or speaking over someone is an obvious show of contempt. A self-respecting person knows the value of active listening and allowing others to completely express themselves. In turn, they would not put up with being constantly interrupted or having their words ignored. Manipulation and control. Manipulation, my friends, is a devious mind game. It occurs when someone attempts to manipulate or control your thoughts, feelings, or behaviors for their own gain. Nobody has time for that. A self-respecting individual will not allow themselves to be controlled by anyone who uses others for their personal benefits and gains. But how do you know if someone is trying to manipulate you? Manipulative people prey on emotions like guilt, fear, and frustration. They may also employ passive aggression, threats, gaslighting, and other tactics to exert control over your behavior or emotions. So how do you deal with such behavior? Well, it's all about creating boundaries and standing up for yourself, my friend. You deserve to be treated with dignity and to be able to make your own decisions. If someone's attempting to manipulate or dominate you, grab your assertiveness cap and declare your boundaries loud and clear. So let's say no thanks to manipulation and control and embrace the freedom that comes with self-respect. Trust your instincts, explain your boundaries, and demonstrate to those manipulators and control freaks that you're not to be trifled with. Verbal abuse. We all know that words have power, and when those words are used to harm, belittle, or demean, the game changes completely. So what's verbal abuse like? Well, verbal abuse can take numerous forms, ranging from insults to persistent criticism. It can feel as if someone smashed your self-esteem with a wrecking ball. A self-respecting individual recognizes that they are entitled to be treated with care and consideration. They refuse to be a punching bag for someone else's fear or anger. How do you respond to verbal abuse? First of all, realize it's time to take action. Set those boundaries and speak up for yourself. Make it clear that you will not accept disrespect. Seek advice from reliable friends, relatives, or professionals who can assist you in navigating this difficult situation. Remember that you are not defined by the harmful remarks made to you. You are courageous, resilient, and deserving of respect. Surround yourself with people who value and appreciate you for who you are. Betrayal of trust. Trust is the glue that ties relationships together. And when it is lost, we might feel broken and vulnerable. Trust is commonly regarded as the foundation of any healthy and happy relationship. It is the conviction that someone has your back, will respect your boundaries, and will act in your best interests. When trust is destroyed, it shatters the relationship's foundation and can lead to feelings of betrayal, resentment, and loss of security. Consider the following scenarios: a buddy exposing your secret to the world, getting cheated on, or a co-worker stealing credit for your hard work. These are just a few examples of how trust can be shattered, leaving us hurt, dissatisfied, and doubting what we thought we understood. Try to surround yourself with people who appreciate and respect your trust. Be selective in who you put your trust in, and don't be afraid to cut ties if someone lets you down. Negativity and toxicity. We've all met Debbie Downers and negative Nancys that seem to thrive on spreading negativity. But a self-respecting person deliberately seeks out positivity, whether it's in the form of positive relationships, upbeat activities, or maintaining a positive mindset. They realize the value of surrounding themselves with individuals who encourage, inspire, and support their development. They're aware that poisonous relationships and unfavorable situations can sap their energy and impede their success. So how do you challenge negativity? Well, the best way is to take action if you find yourself in the presence of negativity and toxicity. Don't be scared to set boundaries and separate yourself from poisonous people or environments. Choose to spend your time with positive people and activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Remember that you have the ability to choose the type of energy that enters your life. Lack of support. It's true that self-respecting individuals often have high self-esteem and belief in their abilities. But there comes a time in life when everyone needs external support. Imagine you're going through a difficult period or starting a new business, and you're looking for a shoulder to cry on or a cheerleader in your corner. Instead, you only find silence. It's as if you're floating in a sea of uncertainty, searching for a lifeline. A self-respecting person appreciates the importance of support and knows that they deserve it in their lives. They understand the value of surrounding themselves with people who inspire and empower them. They recognize that requesting help is not a sign of weakness, but rather of strength and vulnerability. They cherish their personal well-being and will not accept partnerships or situations that make them feel unsupported. Disregard for boundaries. As humans, it's natural for us to construct our own barriers to defend ourselves. Some people have many boundaries, while others only have a few. Perhaps you're tired of feeling pressured by others to do things you don't want to do, whether it's drinking, particular topics, or even physical limits. It's important to understand that boundaries aren't always used to keep feelings in. They can also be used to shield us from being hurt or feeling as if people are attempting to exploit our feelings or comfort levels. That's exactly why self-respecting people value boundaries so much. Lack of accountability. Accountability, my friends, is about accepting responsibility for our decisions and actions, as well as the consequences they have on ourselves and the people around us. It's the acceptance of the fact that we can mold our lives through our choices and the readiness to accept the consequences of those choices. So why would any self-respecting individual tolerate a lack of accountability? They will not, because they recognize that personal development and integrity go hand in hand with accepting responsibility for their actions. They understand that accountability is the foundation for trust and respect in relationships and is an important component of their personal development. They will not tolerate a lack of accountability since it undermines their values and those of others. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation occurs when someone employs subtle or overt strategies to manipulate and influence our feelings, beliefs, and behaviors for their own gain. It can take many forms, ranging from guilt-tripping and gaslighting to mind games and emotional blackmail. A self-respecting person understands the importance of their emotional well-being and will not accept someone tugging at their heartstrings. But how do people manipulate emotions? Having someone prey on our innate empathy and sympathy is a particular feature of emotional manipulation. They may depict themselves as victims, appealing to our caring impulses and manipulating our behaviors and decisions with empathy. Another way is love bombing. Have you heard of the term before? It refers to someone lavishing you with excessive affection, attention, and flattery, usually during the start of a relationship or acquaintance. While it may appear flattering at first, it can be a deceptive approach used to swiftly win influence and your trust. A self-respecting individual understands the value of good pacing and genuine interactions, and they do not fall for deception. Disregard for personal values. Our personal values are the guiding concepts and beliefs that create our identity and impact our actions. They act as a moral compass, guiding us through life's choices and decisions. Whether it's integrity, compassion, honesty, or any other fundamental value, they all play an important role in establishing who we are and how we wish to present ourselves in the world. A self-respecting person understands that living a full and authentic life necessitates being true to their ideals. They recognize that surrendering their beliefs damages not only their own integrity, but also their sense of self-worth and purpose. Remember, my friends, that your values form the cornerstone of who you are. They influence your decisions, form your relationships, and give your life meaning. accept the power of honoring your values, and refuse to settle for anything less. We've just explored 10 behaviors a person with self-respect will never tolerate. Ready for more? Choose between the psychological trick to gain immediate respect or 10 behaviors you need to avoid as they're destroying your confidence. Act now and take control of your life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.